Alright, last video we covered some tips on how to counter scouts, but today we're going to be learning how to counter soldiers and Demoman. The best you can while playing sniper, that is. First, let's tackle everyone's favorite patriot, Soldier, because a lot of what can be said about him is also applicable to Demoman, hence why they're in the same video together.
What?
Starting off with Soldier's stats, he is a more tanky class with 200 default health without overheal or the buff banner, and because of his above average durability, that means you cannot go for a quick headshot to kill him instantly. Another thing about Soldier is his insane mobility. If you think Scout is hard to hit, let me tell you something, because Scout has nothing on the crazy American man who uses rockets to propel himself at Mach 3 in hopes of caving in your skull with a shovel. Basically, a soldier has the potential to mess your day up, especially if you're playing a class that is so reliant on single fire damage like Sniper. Rocket jumping is a key part of Soldier's arsenal, and sadly, it's something that you're gonna have to learn to counter if you want to be effective as Sniper. One way to practice your mid-air headshots is on training maps like TR Walkway. Mid-airs are understandably difficult to consistently pull off, but there is a timing to it. At the peak of the soldier's jump, he slows down just enough for you to be able to hit his head more easily. But headshots are most likely not the best way to be consistently dealing with a rocket jumping soldier. When a soldier is in the air, any bit of knockback can send him off the course of his target. And as a sniper, you are blessed to have one of the most effective weapons to pump out a significant knockback on a flying soldier, the SMG. But seriously though, the SMG is criminally underrated. I get the whole COD gun stereotype, but as soon as I started running the SMG, it made every mid-range interaction so much more fair, and it has the added ability to throw off jumping soldiers with its automatic tracking-oriented damage. The rifle has a much higher knockback, but because of the fact it is slow to fire and slow to reload, I think that makes the SMG a slightly better option at throwing off jumping soldiers. But moving on a bit from just rocket jumping, another key part of being able to deal with a soldier, or really any class above 150 health, is to properly analyze the situation and use past information to determine what the most effective action is. Let's say a soldier just walked out of spawn. He hasn't had time to rocket jump or really take any damage, and you see that he doesn't have a banner of any kind or overheal particles. You can pretty much say for certain that that soldier is at 200 health. Because of this, one quick scope headshot will not be enough to kill him, and depending on the range, I would do one of three different things. If the soldier was pretty far away past effective bombing distance, and if it's unlikely for you to be snuck up on, I would charge my shot for a bit and take him out in one clean shot. If I was pretty close to the soldier within bombing distance, I would go for a headshot, which will limit him to dodging around on the ground because he no longer has enough health to rocket jump to me or away from me. I would then finish him off as he goes to cover with a simple body shot. And lastly, if I was within effective rocket range, I would not go to scope in, but instead treat the situation like I was fighting a scout. I would go for constant no-scope body shots while retreating from my team, surfing the damage from the rockets by crouch jumping whenever he fires one at my feet. Alright, now that we talked about Soldier, let's quickly go over Demo. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, a lot of what can be said about Soldier is also true about Demo, but Demo does have some unique capabilities that I believe should be quickly mentioned. Anyway, Demo is extremely powerful, having the most DPS of any other class, and because of this, you want to do everything in your power to not be in his ideal range. This is the Demo's ideal range. Far enough that he won't take damage from his own grenades or stickies, but also close enough that predicting his next shot isn't difficult. Unlike Scout, or really Soldier for that matter, if you are in a 1v1 with a Demo and the only way out is through him, the best way to win is to get as close as possible and go for the melee or for the SMG. He might get a pipe or a sticky on you, but that also means that he's taking just as much damage as you are, and if the RNG gods shine on you that day, you might get lucky and get a crit with your melee. But because the playstyles of demos more heavily revolve around setting traps or spamming choke points, a demo is rarely a class that you will have to be fighting. Most of the time, the demo will be out of his effective range from you, which leaves him very open to the more long-range viability of your sniper rifle. You will most likely not be dealing with a stock demo if you are to encounter one. As a sniper, you are most likely going to be dealing with a subclass of the demo such as a Demo Knight. When it comes to a Demo Knight, there isn't really much that you can do, especially in close quarters. I guess the best thing that you can really do is if he's a decent distance away to go for a quick headshot, but when he has max heads, his health and speed is so high that I would just hope for some lucky crits on your melee. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video or just found this a good way to pass some time, give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see some more videos like this in the future.
In 30 seconds.